In this episode, we're heading to Nepal to trek to Everest Base Camp. So we're here in Qatar Airport. We hadn't realised we've got quite such a long stopover. We've got 9 hours. First stop was Kathmandu, which we discovered had a huge amount to offer. Despite the devastation from the earthquake in 2015, Kathmandu is still a rich and vibrant city. Our trip was arranged by Nim's Dye's company, Elite Expert, so we thought we should visit his store, followed by a little afternoon at his rooftop terrace.
So we came to this amazing place called
Forest and Plate.
And it's a bit like tapas, so you order a load of things. The problem is that Emma found the cheese balls, which are extremely good, and instead of the 2 full plates, she's ended up ordering 4 on top of the 12 other dishes that we also ordered. And now I've got food coma.
We've got a chicken wing challenge going on over here.
You just got to eat it in one. And you got
Eat it in one, it's got a bite.
Huh?
Okay, this is easy. Okay,
Are
you ready?
That's because it's Barney man.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh wait, where's the bone? It's only because how is she eating that? I got concentration. They still got 2 more.
Land Rover. It's a thing. It's a British car. Yeah.
We started our whistle-stop tour at the Swayambhunath Stupa, also known as the Monkey Temple. And then we headed over to the Buddhanath Stupa, where we enjoyed a spot of lunch and all had a blessing from a Buddhist monk. After 4 days in Kathmandu and some precision packing, we were ready to start our trek. We stopped for an alfresco breakfast on our drive down to Ramechhap Airport.
It was banana.
Which was when we first got to see the very kind and generous nature of our amazing guide and Sherpa, Pasang Sherpa.
It's wagging its tail.
After 4 hours of waiting at Ramechhap Airport, we were finally on our way, courtesy of Tara Air. We landed at Lukla, which is the world's most dangerous airport. We then walked for about 4 hours after a lovely lunch in Lukla to our first overnight stop, which was Phak Ding. Day 2, sunny breakfast, running about half an hour late already. Got some apple porridge, Trekker's muesli, eggs on toast. We've got a couple of sore tummies this morning. Poor Wilbur is leaving it untouched. This weather is glorious. This was our second guide, Ram, who became known as Ram Kaka, meaning Uncle Ram.
I'll try again.
70 litres they're carrying.
70 kg.
And then we came to Namche Bazaar. It's another sunny day. I didn't have the best night's sleep. I think everybody slept well. They've got heated blankets here, which are absolutely lovely, but started cooking in the middle of the night. I think we have a friendly rat. I've also got a bit of a headache and I'm feeling quite dizzy, which is my first encounter with altitude sickness. I think I'm the only one though, which is good news. And hopefully, because it's a really clear day, we're going to get to see a clear view of Everest, which will be rather exhilarating. Pretty spectacular view this morning. Setting off from our tea house. There is Everest.
Just for clarity, it's the one in the background. Myolang Sangma is the Tibetan Buddhist goddess who lives on Mount Everest. To Nepalis, Mount Everest is known as Sagarmatha and Chomolungma for Sherpas and Tibetans. Myolang Sangma is one of the 5 long-life sisters, and the virtue is inexhaustible giving for the people of the Khumbu area in general. Many climbers of Chomolungma beseech her favour at the traditional stupa, in which a Buddhist monk prays for them and they go through certain ceremonies. It is said that Tenzing Norgay Sherpa followed her up Everest and that she allowed him to be the first to summit Everest.
This is the highest airport in Nepal. We thought Lukla was bad. This was an acclimatization day built into our schedule to help us adapt to the ever-increasing altitude. We're nearing lunch, thankfully. Will, sipping mint tea at what height?
3,790 meters.
That's wrong.
It's not wrong.
We went down.
Yeah, come down a bit.
Up there, we were at.
I spilled it on my crotch.
Going up there, we were at 3,900.
Doesn't matter, there's nothing there to burn. Take it back.
The weather is changing as well.
Yeah, lovely. Get back, we've got rain.
The villages were lined with mani stones, which are carved by monks with the Buddhist prayers. So down there, the red roof in the distance, is where we had lunch yesterday. It's another beautiful morning. We just set off from Namche Bazaar. Apparently We've got a nice gentle walk this morning for about 3 hours, and then about 4 hours of hard this afternoon. So we're going to be going for lunch, and then there's a very wiggly line going up the hill to the right to Tengboche. At the top of the hill, that's where we're going after lunch, and then we drop down a little bit to the other side. Apparently it's a lot warmer there, and that's where we're going to be staying tonight. We've been walking for a couple of hours. It's a really beautiful area, incredible scenery. We've done the easy part, which was a quick 8k, taking about 3 hours, and we're now going to fuel up.
Going up, what, 700 metres after lunch?
We're on the mammoth climb up. We've done maybe 10 minutes. Having a quick water break. How are we feeling, team? Marks out of 10, Will?
I forgot to resume it.
Evie, marks out of 10. T-Bone? Half an hour. Pasang, pull over.
Chito means quick. Slowly is bistari.
Bistari.
Chito means quick. There are crisps with Cheetos.
Look how far we've come.
Oh.
So when I first got an opportunity to shower, I put my trousers down. They basically stood up on their own.
At the top of the hill was the Tengboche monastery that we visited, which is surrounded by beautiful rhododendron bushes. A new spirit animal to take us on the next leg of our journey. First we had Patty, and then this one looks a little bit like and Trisha.
Trisha was the one who was away.
And this one looks a little bit like a cross between a corgi and something else, and it's having so much fun, and it's showing us the way. Skinny path. So we've got the helicopters who are doing drops to Everest Base Camp for food, and then they go back. And then down here at the bottom of Amadablam, they're farming grass for the yaks.
So the plan is, we go from Dingboche, we're going to stay there tomorrow. The day after tomorrow we go to Lukla, then we go to Gorakshep. Then the next day we go to Everest Base Camp, come back, sleep at Gorakshep straight to Dingboche. Then at Dingboche we go to Chukung, and then you guys have a complete rest day in Chukung, and you all get to laugh at me because I'm going to be doing the technical training with Pasang, and then the next day Pasang and I will go to base camp. We'll sleep in a tent in base camp. You guys will head back to Dingboche, okay? At 1 a.m. on the 7th night, we'll leave base camp and we'll head up.
1 a.m.
1 a.m. So hopefully summit by dawn.
Oh, we do summit at dawn?
Doing nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Wow.
What do you mean by something? At 1 a.m.
I'll get to the top of the mountain.
What do you mean top?
Top?
Top of Island
Summit.
Oh, for you?
Yes.
So we didn't do anything?
No. You get to rest.
So we've got our lunch stop over there in the distance. It's very, very beautiful. We're branching out today and having a slightly different menu. We've got veg spring rolls with a few chips. then tomorrow we have an acclimatization day, so we climb up the big hill in front of us. You can see a path, and hopefully this will take about 4 hours, and then back to Dingboche for lunch. Nearing Dingboche, the final stretch of our day. Haven't a clue what day we're on, and a clue how long we've been going for. Altitude's quite tough, a bit of headache, but morale is very high. Just had a dime bar, just a final boost to get us there, and so that way you'll see. But there's Dingboche.
Maybe red wine. And this is the town of Dingboche. We are staying in the building over there with the long red roof. At the end of the valley here, facing Island Peak, which is denoted by that black triangle at the forefront, and the summit goes off up to the right. And that is the one that I'm stupid enough to try and climb.
Let's just say the accommodation has become a little more basic. There's our hot shower. We do actually have an ensuite, but there's no running water. Easter morning breakfast, Tibetan bread, chocolate pancakes.
Happy Easter!
Ramen. Yes.
What have you got there, Ted?
I was looking at my bag.
Cream egg. Anywhere in the world we go, Mummy brings Easter eggs. Ram.
An acclimatization day. It's looking pretty beautiful this morning. Just a casual stroll on Easter Sunday.
Alright.
How's this casual?
Barney posing with Island Peak in the background, which he has yet to conquer. Yeah, a bit more. There you go, you've got Island Peak in your hand.
Pasang and I are at 4,900 on our acclimatization day. We could go a little higher. I'm feeling strong. Pasang, not so much. He's dragged my fat backside up here. Ems and the kids turn around at 4.5. Yeah. Acclimatization done. And we're being sensible, going back for lunch.
Veggie burgers. Even Daddy is having a veggie burger.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?
Good. How much longer?
How much longer? What's the time? 11 o'clock. No, it's 10 o'clock, so in 25 hours we'll be at base camp.
We had a beautiful and fairly challenging day to Lukla. Over the course of the day, sadly, our eldest started to go a little bit downhill.